Hope you've heard, wow. Hope you're ready for a rant because I got one for you. I'm so frustrated. I'm actually talking to my Discord members about this right now, and I'm sure it's really common, but I'm really frustrated with where I'm at in terms of like knowing how to take care of plants. I just feel like I kill too many plants. I feel like I kill them or I just get bored and I throw them away or I sell them. Like I've had like 4 Monstera albo and I've never been able to keep them alive. They always die, like something always happens. I don't know. I feel like I can like buy plants and keep them alive, but I can't get them to grow. And I'm starting to have it. Like I'm starting to really have had it here. And I don't know what I'm not doing that other people are doing where they keep their plants like so happy and healthy, but I'm willing to do anything at this point to like make sure that everything stays alive. I've downsized my collection. I probably only have like around 150, maybe 160 plants. I just sold some the other day and I've had it, you guys. Honestly, like I'm not quitting plants at all, but I'm just like, I'm really over making mistakes. And I know that you need to keep making mistakes to like get better at things. When do you stop making mistakes and when do you like actually get better? I've gotten things to bloom, which is supposedly good. But blooming also happens when plants are stressed. So it's like, am I just like stressing everything? Like what, how are people's plants growing and mine aren't? I'm just sick of it. And I'm just gonna rummage through my plants, get rid of anything that I feel like is extra, or maybe mark some things for sale. I'm gonna cut off ugly leaves and I'm gonna rage. And we might even repot things, but I'm over it, you guys. Like I want to be good at this and I'm willing to like literally do whatever it takes to be able to actually keep my plants long term instead of just like keep them alive. I just feel like there's people out there doing things that I'm not doing. Like and subscribe if you want to rage with me. We definitely need to water and fertilize things today for sure. Here's the greenhouse and this is just yellow. Like that's yellow. This is a new leaf and it's yellow and all the other ones have yellowed as well. And I'm tired of it. Like these things keep just like getting gross and hi, you're so tired. This gotta go. Sorry, that is ugly. And it happened because my humidifier wasn't clean. Okay, I got a trash can. You wanna know something sad? The other day, a girl was like, hey, can I hire you to help me figure out one of my plants? And at first I was like, yeah, like, let's do it. And we even set up a visit and everything. I chickened out because I feel like I don't know what I'm doing ever. I'm just checking for pests to make sure. They just yellow and they die. And that's a beautiful leaf. You guys, I'm raging. I want you to understand, I love this plant. I spent so much money on this plant to get one that I knew I would love. It's literally like the perfect plant. And it's just like yellowing on me. Same with this mame. Like since I got it, it puts out new leaves so consistently, but it just yellows constantly. Like it's not supposed to look like that color. Oh my God, a mealybug. I'm gonna propagate this. Let's spray off. Strap in, fellas. Okay, I don't even know where to put this. Okay, here's my 4 mame cuttings. They all have pretty good roots. So I think some of these I could put right into moss. You guys, we're doing damage today. Like I don't know what's wrong with me, but we're doing damage today. New growth from the Plowmanii emerges from the base of the stem, not those. So we do actually have a guy who's like working on himself, but now that those are gone, he'll have a lot more time to work on himself. Can you guys tell I'm fed up? Oh, this leaf is so old. That is so root bound in the moss. I don't know how. We might have to just cut the verrucosum. Do you guys say verrucosum or verrucosum? Look at that pretty new leaf. Oh, it's beautiful, but now it's gonna get ugly because it doesn't know what it wants. So I stuck the verrucosum in here afterwards, so I feel like I should try to pull it out first. Okay. All right, here's the Ferrex. He's gonna go back in our cup, I think. Or maybe I'll put him in one of my other cups. Like the guy. You know what my big problem is that I feel like I'm not good at growing. And so I wanna get better at growing things. I feel like a pretty good way to do that would just be like take a bunch of propagations and then like grow them all in. There is a little node down at the base. We're gonna cut right here. I'm such a dumbass. I thought I was holding it where I needed to be holding it and I fully wasn't holding it at all. So here's our little top cutting, it's perfect. literally perfect. Wow, I'm causing havoc. All right, mid cutting also has an auxiliary bud. That's the axillary bud right there. I know I just said it differently, don't think about it. Oh, we're getting a new leaf. This is so exciting. They love pond. I think this is pond. Okay, my cutie cuency, by the way, has been in the same soil situation since I got it 2 years ago. And he's just keep on growing. This is a brand new leaf, and this is a brand new leaf. Sorry, I know the lighting is just terrible, but you're gonna have to deal with it. Who is next? So this is pissing me off, like everything is right now, because, and I don't know if it's the heat, but like the last leaf to come in did this. Do you guys see like the weird pattern? And I think it might just be sun stress, but the problem is like I just moved my lights down to the lowest setting. Like I can touch this and it doesn't hurt at all. Not all of my plants are having a problem with it, but some of these big ones, like these gloriosum, like are having a problem with it. And I just don't know what to do about it. And normally I don't mind like leaves that aren't that pretty, but right now I do mind leaves that aren't that pretty. Here's another problem I have. This oblique, this is the new leaf. Why did it do that? Every single one of my little oblique leaves has had issues. Do I want to even know? I don't know. This is one plant though I am proud of. My shake has been growing. It's like putting out this teeny tiny leaf right now. After putting out some pretty big leaves, that one's pretty little. I need to ask people. I haven't been fertilizing a lot with liquid earth lately, so I probably just need to fertilize my plants more. I will say this guy is doing nice. I think that this is the white knight. And he's putting out a leaf right now, so. I have so many of these small plants where I'm just checking everything for like, you know, bugs. Since I saw that really tiny mealy bug, there's only one, but deciding to spray this down with Captain Jack's, my white princess, because it has a suspicious spot on its leaf. Recent pink princess leaf, very dark. Pretty cool, I think. I should probably propagate this sometime soon. Not yet, I wanna see, it's doing some weird stuff. Like I bought this as 3 brown reverted leaves, and now it's like so pretty and pink. Gloriosum, I don't know if you can see it, you can't yet. Let me show you. Huge, like this, that's gonna be an absolutely massive leaf. So here's the Ilsamanii. Oh, it's so variegated. You guys, I can't believe that we did it. I'm gonna be air layering this lad today because he's got this root, but if you don't use these roots, then they'll dry up. So yeah, but I don't know if you can see how like speckled that is coming from an all green leaf. Like Ilsamanii are really interesting, and it's also been experimented on that they produce more variegation when they have higher light and also soil that's more nutrient rich and phosphorus. So this is the stuff that dried on my leaf after I sprayed it with Captain Jack's and then didn't wipe it off. Yeah, but we're gonna air layer this little spot today so that it keeps doing that, and eventually then I'll cut it. Oh, that leaf is gonna be good, you guys. I cannot believe it. This is like the biggest success of my life right here. So I can't believe that this is alive. This leaf right here has been unfurling for actually 2 months. I'm not over exaggerating at all. I took one of my Temoyuk leaves started to die, so I just put it in here and we're kind of just waiting to see what happens. It's pretty empty right now because I got a lot of stuff over in the other area. Let's do this lower spot. I just realized you can't see me that well. Honestly, I kind of just feel like spraying down everything just to make sure. Also, this variegated peperomia, since putting it in here, is doing so good. This guy hasn't been doing well for me at all. I actually moved it down a shelf and it's doing much better. So I honestly think he was just getting too much light. We're gonna let this guy go for a little bit longer, and then probably the next leaf he puts out, I will cut. Okay, here's a variety pot that I have. I got quite a few plants in here. This is one of my elbows. Well, I have 2, so. Got that big new thick root, so he's loving life. And this node is doing nothing. We are gonna move my Houseplants variegata. The roots, and the plant's doing really good. It's actually growing right now. All right, now we just have our little guy. I'm gonna wipe him down. People are like, Ashley, how do you go through Captain Jack's so fast? Well, it's because I use a lot of it. Here's our elbow. This is the one that came to me from the Netherlands in an import. And we got a new leaf. So I'm gonna wipe this guy down as well. I just repotted this. I think this is the wizard. I don't know, you guys. And I knew it was gonna lose a couple more leaves because it doesn't have enough roots. So, oh my God, is it blooming? No way. You guys, I can get begonias to bloom now. I don't even know what I'm doing right. I think it's gonna be a male flower. Right there. Wow, that's crazy. Let's propagate this leaf. I need to get better at propagating begonia, I think. I'll show you guys this in a second, but we really do just have like a pile of clippings over here. So I learned this begonia's name. It is Begonia fedor. Pretty cool, huh? I think let's take a leaf cutting. I would like to try to grow this one. Here's something I am pretty pleased to show you. This is my Begonia Dark Leo, who is doing very good. All right, here's my Begonia Darth Malachisticta. That is the name I call it, but this is Malachisticta hybridized with Darth Vidariana. Looks like we got an actual spider who lives here, not spider mites. So here's my original Jehoii begonia, and it's getting really top heavy. And the seedling that was once a baby is now like a full plant. This is about how big this plant was when I got it. It's actually growing another baby plant. So I'm literally going to take and chop like this whole guy off. And now we just have our baby in a pot. And here's our big plant, and we're just gonna stick this in moss and it'll grow. So like, okay, I know I complain about how I'm bad at growing plants, but then like things like this happen. This is like really lucky for me to be able to have like kept a plant alive for so long that I removed the whole original plant and now it's like a second generation. That's not normal for me. I'm having a situation here. I think it's time to propagate my Bilietier. So this is our newest leaf. This massive green one. I mean, this is a huge plant, you guys. I've had problems propagating this plant in the past, and I really just want to learn how to grow. Here is our top cutting. It's got a little thingy, and that's huge. I mean, compared to my face. All right, here's another cutting. So 2 big leaves, and then the roots. Now we just have this guy left, this dude. We are gonna cut off these leaves, even though I don't need to. And I just wanna kind of start over with like a cute new little Adipopoense. All right, baby, we'll keep baby Poense there. I'm also gonna like reorganize a lot of these plants. And this has nothing in it as well. Something I've always wanted to do is try propagating an anthurium. And I am in just the right kind of mindset to do this today. Literally just cut the chonk, and he's got a ton of roots, and this stem is very long. So I am hoping I will not be destroying any and all chances, because he's a happy guy. Like, look at this. He's very happy. Cut. And cut. There we go. I've always wanted to do this, but I have always been too scared. Cut. Cut. Chop that one. And there we go. So here we have a propagated Anthurium forgetii with a ton of roots. I think that'll take just nicely. Let's situate these Hoya. So I'm not gonna be cutting my Hoya because they take so long to grow. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm just living my best life, or trying to. Okay, now I'm just gonna like kind of start lining my philodendrons. Hoya's up. Rick, you were asking how the Rosita was doing. It's throwing hands currently. Okay, we need to find a way to organize. We've gone through everything, literally everything. So now we need to make a game plan, folks. Once I make my move, you're free to check the king. Can't believe he's so big. Look at him. That's one large lad. Here is a fun guy. This is an ace of spades. And he's a new lad. There's a new sir in our midst. At least I feel honestly like it could be a poppy hybrid because no one else's ace of spades freaking grows like this. I'm gonna start calling this guy a no ID. You want to hear? I'll show you the carnage. Here's what we're working with on the table right now. Like all of these are just like it's a pile right here of just propagations. I need to figure out what I'm gonna do with this guy, where he's gonna go. Also, my hair are kind of in the middle right now. You guys, like all of this video is just to say like, I want to be good at this. I don't want to just be like, oh yeah, I can like kind of keep plants alive like I feel like I am right now. I want to be so good at this. Like, I don't make a lot of care videos. I don't know if you guys have noticed because you're always asking me for them. Even when someone like came to me and they were like, hey, I'd love it if you could help me with this. I was like, sure. And then I had a panic attack about it and I canceled because I was like I'm terrified at the idea of helping someone and then it goes wrong. I want to just try to make it more like a canopy, you know? So then we got Mr. White guy. Go there. I feel like I try really hard to have successful plants and it's actually so hard. Okay, what else? What else? I'm gonna move this guy a row lower because he gets way too much light. I really like what it's currently doing. This leaf right here. It's got a big spot of like dark pink on it. Okay, cool. Top shelf is done. Wow, I wasn't even showing you. Top shelf is done. Let's do the middle shelf. All the begonias are here. Crystalline's actually putting out a new leaf. Cool. All right, next. I'm thinking we'll actually put them like on the ground down here. Okay, I feel pretty decent about this. Okay, I just spent like 5 minutes spraying down this entire thing. Okay. I also need to fertilize my plants. So let's fertilize the plants and then we'll sort out the cuttings. So I fertilize my plants with Liquidert, which is an amazing situation. I keep calling things situations. So I already have pre-made Liquidert. If you want to try out Liquidert, it is the fertilizer that I use, and you can use code PLANTME_25 to get 25% off your entire order. Your order is $100. You will get 25% off of that, which is pretty ridiculous. Check it out. 25 bucks off your whole order. It is really cool. And like when I bought my Alsamania, I think I was like, make sure you use Liquidert, and I was like, great, I already do. I'm gonna go ahead and mix some of this up. You're supposed to do, of your mix, you're supposed to do 2 tablespoons of the mix into 1 quart of water. I just like to pour a little bit into my watering can and then fill up the rest with water. All right, here is my fertilized water. And I'm gonna give a lot of the plants in here a hefty drink. Okay, they're watered. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit more into this bigger guy, and he's gonna fill up, so I'm gonna have to like drain him. I have 2 plants over here you actually can't see, but all right. Now this video has been really long. I've actually been filming for 2 hours. Get the air circulating in there. Last time someone was like, you should get a bigger table for this. And then I remembered we did have a bigger table for this. Okay, so I took literally a ton of cuttings. As you can see here, I have varicosums, all the begonia leaves. Oh no, we threw one. An elbow, Edward Mame, Bailey tie. You know, I wasn't gonna work today. Technically it's not work. Well, I mean, technically it is work, but I wasn't gonna work today at all. I was gonna take a break. Yeah, I wasn't gonna work today, but then I just became so overwhelmed with my collection and I was like, I just need to like do something about it. I like sprayed a bunch of Captain Jacks, like a ton of it, and I feel like I'm a little high right now. All right, oh no, my battery died again. I like this big table. This is nice. We are gonna move a couple things around. I also have some orchid bark over here, so I'm not gonna be potting everything into moss. I made a bunch of moss. This isn't even all of it. And I'm gonna vent about just like things because like I was saying at the beginning of this video, I just feel so overwhelmed. And not with how many I have, but with the fact that it feels like I don't do a good job taking care of them. Oh, here's the varicosum. I'm gonna have to label that. I just feel like there's so many people out there who can take care of, oh no, I lost. You guys, I'm just having like a little mini mental breakdown today. Not like really, like I'm totally fine. I'm frustrated that I feel like everyone can take plants, like better care of their plants than I can. And I just feel like there's so many people out there who are doing an amazing job, and I feel like I just feel like I'm just kind of here. You feel like bad because you don't have all the rare plants that other people do. There's a lot of plants I want, but I've never felt insecure because like I don't have rare plants other people do. I feel insecure because people can do such a good job keeping their plants alive, and I feel like I'm just kind of always in the back seat. I feel like I'm just like struggling just to make things work with the plants that I do have, and I'm just over it. I'm over trying to like, or I guess I'm over not trying. I'm over just like cutting something and then forgetting about it. Here's the propagated mame. I put them in moss. I want to feel confident making videos about plant care for you guys, and you're always asking me for care, and I'm always like, ah ha ha, how about we just do another collection tour? At least you guys know why now, I guess. You could ask me like, hey, what goes into like a good soil mix? And I'd be like, dude, I don't know. Like, cause I literally don't. I don't know how other fertilizers work. That's why I like Liquider, because it's so simple. You literally just follow the instructions, and then like, you don't have to mix one part. But like, there's a lot of things I wanna do that I can't do with like the amount that I'm doing right now. I just learned that Ilsamanii do better with their variegation when they have more phosphorus in their soil. Now I gotta figure out, okay, like how am I gonna give my plant like a supplement? I've never thought about adding in nutrients before that aren't already in Liquider, and I don't think phosphorus is in Liquider. So I don't know, I'm just kind of like bleh. I'm throwing all this up on you because I don't know, but I'm sure that I'm hoping there's other plant parents out there that can relate to this, because I've been doing this for 2 years now, and I just feel like I should be better than I am. Maybe everyone feels like that. Oh, do I have imposter syndrome? Oh my God, I just figured out something. Wow, okay, cool. Well, I guess that makes sense. Imposter syndrome makes sense because it's like you just feel like you're faking it till you're making it, you know, and like nothing that you're doing is actually valuable. And that's literally what I feel like. So we made a breakthrough. You guys are like my therapist, honestly. Why are you staring at me? I can see you, you know. You're not sneaky. Christopher's just watching me have a mental breakdown from the hallway. Alright, I need to save some of this moss. You guys don't let me forget to air layer my Ilsamanii. So another little varicosum. That one is really cute. Really cute little dude. And I know that a lot of the people I'm jealous of have been gardening for a really long time. Like 20 years. And so they're not the right people for me to be like feeling bad about myself. Like I've been doing this for like what, 2 years? That's why I'm always telling you guys, like, you're like, oh, Ashley, give us advice. And I'm like, bro, literally what do I know? But I put off plant chores often that I shouldn't be, because I just don't want to do them, and I'm not going to do that anymore. Also, I'm going to find a way to keep my soil moist while I store it. I think I'm going to go buy a big bin for it instead of keeping it in a Home Depot bucket, because hydrophobic soil is like the worst thing in the whole world, actually. If you're a new plant parent and you're watching this video, stop buying pots for your plants. It is the most expensive waste of time you will ever do as a plant parent. I got this whole bag of 50 cups for like $2 at Winco, okay? I mean, it's one thing to like buy plants or pots for like plants that, you know, they're gonna stay in those pots for a while. Like the pot that my Sport Monstera is in behind me was $60 because it's huge and pretty. But like I knew it was gonna stay in that pot for like a long time, you know? But like if you have like baby plants that you're taking care of, don't even waste your time with putting them in a cute pot unless it's like a cash pot, because they're gonna grow so fast. And that's like my biggest regret, is I bought a terracotta pot for every single one of my plants when I started collecting, and it was so expensive. And you probably think like, oh, it's not expensive, Ashley, they're like 59 cents. It's like, sure, if you go to the dollar store, they're probably a lot cheaper, but they're expensive even at like Home Depot and Lowe's. Okay, we got a little albo guy. I'm gonna put him in moss as well. My other albo is just in full perlite, which is kind of kind of neat. And I'm gonna be watering every single one of these plants with liquider when I'm done. So this elbow I'm so proud of because it got root rot really, really bad out of nowhere. And I was able to catch it and save it. That seems to be something I do. I think I overwater my elbows because this happens to me all the time. Let's do the Forgetty Eye. I really like this table, you guys. This is really smart. Whoever left that comment, thank you. Also, I'm really tired of like, I feel like I used to be able to justify collecting plants because you could make money off of them. It was really hard to get my parents to understand because like when I was still when I started collecting, my parents were still providing for me a little bit. I would like rationalize collecting plants by like saying like, oh, look how much money I can make with them though. And so I think for a while my focus shifted from just like growing plants because I enjoyed it to like trying to make money so that I felt like it wasn't dumb to collect something. That was kind of toxic. I still sell on Instagram sometimes, but mainly I'm really selling locally, and I do think it'd be nice to own a plant shop someday, but right now my interests have kind of changed. I feel like I've always rationalized myself for doing things. Instead of just doing things because I want to, I'll be like, oh yeah, like I'm going to film school so that I can work a company someday. Like I just wanted to go to film school so I could get better at YouTube. I always only just wanted to do YouTube, and I'd be like, oh yeah, like I'm quitting my job to open a plant shop because I felt like I couldn't justify just like quitting my job, right? So many justifications instead of just owning what I want to do and then doing it. And that's like when I'm just like ranting at you guys right now. We've done so much. We've spent the last like 4 hours doing stuff, but look at how cute that looks. Oh, it's gonna do so good. I just hope that the other stem grows. It'll be a little experiment. This is cathartic. You guys should try this. Am I manic right now? I don't know. I don't know, but it's possible. My cute little husband's just listening to me from the hallway. What a guy. You guys should get married. He's looking at me like, Ashley, shut up. What are we thinking? Moss or soil for the biliaceae? I don't know what I want to do. So big and beautiful though. Wow, I can't believe I grew that. You guys, I grew that. I'm so cool. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do after this, you guys? I'm gonna sit at my desk and play computer games all night.
She did not play computer games that night. She rediscovered her love of houseplants and spent the entire night reorganizing her room, her plants, listing plants for sale, cleaning up the inside of the tent, carefully taking care of every single one of the plants, making sure they were all fertilized, and she was happy. And then she realized she wasn't manic and that she had, in fact, just accidentally had caffeine. She thought she bought juice, but she bought tea. Rip.
All right, Billy tie number 1. You guys, we're making progress. If you're curious about the soil I'm using black gold orchid mix. It's my favorite well-draining aeroid mixture. Okay, so now we're gonna do the, here, I'll move all these guys over here. Out of the way, but you can still see them. I'm gonna do the little begonias now. Also, last time I did this with you, I like cut holes in the bottom of these pots, and I've decided I don't like doing that, so I purposefully didn't do that this time. You guys, I love plants. I really, really, really love plants. Stop falling. Here's our leaves. And did I drop any? I did. So we're gonna do a bunch of these little leaf props, basically. Well, let's sort out this hospital cup first. Oh, nice. So I have a lot of these. I'll get my phone out. Where's my phone? So I just throw plants in this pot. I put these 2 Blanchiis in here. Not totally sure if they'd put out new leaves, but they did, which is really cool. But hospital cups are great. Like if you just pot begonias up together, they just like kind of take off, which is cool. All begonia roots look identical, so it's really hard to know. We're just gonna go really slow and loose. Okay, so it looks like he's finally activating this like blacker leaf. He's gonna have a, oh, it's a little roly-poly. Hello. I'm gonna be really careful here. Begonia roots are so fine. It is so difficult to repot them without causing some sort of stress. All right, all these guys are gonna go into their own little mossy homes. I'm on a roll. I just decided I wanted to be good at freaking begonias. And now, look at this. Look what we're doing. We've got 2 little cups right here. This is gonna be such a long video. If you're still watching, like, hello. All right, cool. Let's do Begonia amphioxus in a big old cup. And we're gonna actually also put some soil in here. We'll start the transition. I just need to be more confident in myself when it comes to taking care of my plants, I think, to be honest. Oh, but confidence comes with experience. So Begonia, Bipinidophyta. I don't know why I said Amphioxus earlier. I apologize. We'll do our Blanchiais in these little cups. Oh, I'm so proud of these 2 leaves. The potted elephant gave me these, and I am really excited to show them that they took. Again, I have no confidence in myself when it comes to most things. Mr. Roly-Poly, you are so cute. Hopefully, can you guys tell me if roly-polies are beneficial or if I shouldn't have done that? 1 Blanchii. I just can't believe it took, you guys. I'm getting better at plants. I just feel like a big old imposter over here. I just want to be good at it. I want to be able to make plants grow and be able to confidently give people advice on things. The problem though is you know what? You know where this is coming from? Okay, so I've been feeling kind of nervous about plants for a while, just how to take care of them, you know? But lately, yesterday I asked you guys to let me solve your plant problems. And almost all of the things you guys asked me, I did not know the answer to. And I think that's when I started to kind of feel like this. And then today I'm no, I'm gonna get myself by the bootstraps and actually learn some things that I don't know. And a lot of people, especially social media people, they will have you think that they know everything. And the thing is that they're probably just like me, faking it till they make it and having these quarter life crises in private. And you know what? I'm gonna have a quarter life crisis in public. Why not? You know what's really weird is that you guys know so much about me, but I know almost nothing about you. There's a lot of you guys that I do know really well because I've gotten to know you over the course of meeting you in Discord and stuff, but there's a lot of you guys who know literally so much about me and I don't know anything about you. Anyways, just don't let people let you think that they have it all together because they don't. And it's really hard to help people with questions over the internet because it's I can't see your plant in person. It's I don't know what's wrong with your plant. And sometimes you have to tell people that and they don't they're oh, I thought you were supposed to know all this stuff. And it's bro, chill. I just can't believe I got this begonia right here to come back. This is my water begonia. I was literally growing this thing in a tiny shot glass for over a year. I've had this one as long as my Jehoiai, and I'd never been able to take good care of it until literally now. Put it in that hospital cup. And it did really good. Whew, we're getting somewhere here. You guys ever get that where you have such catharsis from what you're doing that it really feels like you just cried? That's where I'm at in this moment right here. So the reason I'm mixing the soil and the moss is because it makes dirty moss, but also because it can be really helpful for your plants. Have the soil to kind of keep the moisture in the moss, because when you have moss out in an open area, I don't know if you've ever tried to have moss out in an open area, but it dries up so fast, which is why I did those kokedamas for a little while. Then after a while I stopped doing them because it was the plants would just dry out so fast. So I gave up. Honestly, I literally gave up. I was literally having to soak those kokedama every 2 or 3 days. And maybe some people are built for that, but I am not. We're gonna have to be resourceful with the rest of the moss we have because I don't have any more. I need to put some of it on my Alsamanii. This is the cuttings we have left to work with. And I am going to really try really hard to have these be successful. Cleopatra, hospital cup. Oh, we ran out of another battery. That's 3 batteries, you guys. We've been going for 4 hours. Now, we'll make an actual Jehoiai. Oh, I totally destroyed that cup. Cool. It's begonia time. Okay, now all we have left is this little bitty baby Nahengensises that I have. Okay, so I cut up a teeny tiny little cup here, some moss in here, and then I'm gonna stick my Nahengensis in here really nicely. Now the thing with begonia propagations is you don't usually just want to try to propagate dying leaves. You always can, but if you're wanting to have an actual successful begonia propagation, you should take some healthy leaves. And I feel like that's a mistake people make because they're oh, I tried to propagate it. And then I'll be okay, how old was the leaf you tried to use? And they're oh, it was one of the, it had already fallen off. All right, we got a little Nahengensis prop cup. And that's it. We're done. All of my children. All of my plants. So thank you so much for watching this video. Please make sure you hit like, subscribe, and tweet me at PlantMeAshley. Follow me on Instagram at PlantMeAshley as well. I promise to share the secrets that I discover. I'm completely out of filming. I got 1 minute left, 60 seconds. So I'm gonna water all of these with liquid earth. Don't forget to use liquid earth code PlantMe_25 if you want to try out liquid earth. But you don't have to. That's just the one that I use. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next houseplant section. I feel like I just cried it out. I really do. This was cathartic. If you guys are feeling frustrated, just propagate all your plants and then repot them. So thanks for watching. Oh, and thank you for the extra channel support to the Planted Cauliflower, All the Green Places, Botanicas, and Carissa Lawrence. And I'll see you guys in the next houseplant section. Don't forget to check out my YouTube memberships for only $5 a month, and I'll see you later. I wonder how long it'll take to run out of memory. See you later. My plants are so happy now, I think. Goodbye.